Hi, this is Julian for Pro Tools Expert, and in the A-Z of UAD we've reached the letter R, which in this case is going to be the AMS RMX16. The RMX16 is one of the second generation of digital reverbs from way back in the early 80s, when digital reverb was very difficult to do and as a result was very expensive. This was released in 82, around the same kind of time as the Lexicon 224, which I looked at for the letter L. This was the first time when digital reverb became relatively small and, at least by some measure, affordable. Taking a quick tour of the UI, we have input and output pots with a level meter in between. We also have a data entry pot, which we'll look at later, and we have switches which allow us to access, display and edit different parameters. You can operate this similarly to the hardware. For example, rather than clicking on the ambience in the display and selecting from here, if you select a number, there are 9 algorithms, so if I were to select perhaps number 3 and hit hash, it'll change straight to algorithm number 3. If I change to 7, hit hash, it will change to that one. If you go off the top, it will display an error. So if I go 10, E for error, apparently on the hardware that used to crash it. Anyway, we'll go back to hash 1, ambience. In this example, I'm running the vocal through the ambience algorithm.
Was under the strobe lights, placed your hands around my waist, but I sensed your eyes looking elsewhere.
And you hear the tail there. If I solo that up,
Was under the strobe lights, placed your hand.
and you can probably hear it's a nice transparent neutral reverb. If I were to crank the decay time a little, perhaps, I can do that either by nudging it up. So let's go for a really long reverb here.
Was.
And you hear how neutral the decay is there. However, this is where this data entry knob comes in. One of the famous tricks that this was very good at was if I go...
Was. Was.
It's very nice and short, but if you crank it right the way up, you can get a freeze effect, which is great fun.
Was under the.
And it hangs on pretty much forever. Quickly looking at some drums. In this next example, I'm running the drums, specifically the snare, through the Nonlin algorithm for some real 80s big snare. So let's have a quick listen to that. And that sounds very familiar indeed. So trying some Nonlin in context. That's been the AMS RMX16. I've been Julian, and I'll see you next time.